My journey tonight is to give you a little bit of information about the businesses, the last two businesses I've been in. I am a serial entrepreneur. I must warn you, I've never held a responsible job or actually taken someone else's money. So I've never held a job that other people aspire to. My first company I had for 12 years. I then started a second company we had for 20 years. This week we're selling that business. I've seen raw entrepreneurialism. I've missed paydays because we don't have cash. I have sought private equity. I've bootstrapped a business. I've had VC capital, and I've had public equity capital. Now I've sold a public company. It's quite a spectrum. Along that way, there are many learnings. I'm not going to possibly try and make them relevant tonight, but I would like to extract just a few thoughts that I hope help you go from your first businesses to what I'm sure will be even more successful third and fourth businesses. As we sell Dendrite today, it is a company of 3,500 people. It's 20 years old. It operates in 26 countries, 52 organizations around the world. We dominate 40% of the world's market share. We have $450 million in sales, 750 million market cap. But here's the one that I love most. We have $80 million in cash. We will never miss payroll again. The funny thing is, of course, that by the time the business is at this stage, it's not about me, it's not about the entrepreneur, it's about thousands and thousands of people who signed up for the dream, who took hold of it and changed their lives and changed the company by signing on, signing up, and getting engaged. And in doing so, they made the difference. It's really 5,000 or 6,000 people over our life to whom the accolades of this success really are due. And that's a lot about what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the people and how you bring the people in and how important they are to your company. You know, we see a lot about entrepreneurialism in the States, and you occasionally hear of other entrepreneurs like Murdoch today who wants to buy Dow Jones, or Branson who wants to buy the world. But you need to look at India or China to be truly awe-inspired. There are tens of thousands of fabulous, small, smart, driven entrepreneurial businesses in these countries. They are a beehive of activity. They are incredible places to go to. It's like a shot of adrenaline to go to these countries. Yet we have an amazing advantage in America. It's an advantage that I think comes from the capital markets that we've nurtured. It's an advantage that comes from having schools like the Rothman Institute that institutionalize and forever perpetuate the knowledge of entrepreneurialism and the goals that it embraces. Those structures make a tremendous difference. They've made it to us, and I've noticed it in many, many other successful companies. In my first company, we grew it no more than about $5 million, and in there lies a story that I want to come back to. But it is, I think, one of the cruxes of our advantages in the US market to see the way these different things come into an interplay of events. So as we talk about an entrepreneur's business, I tend to think about businesses, first of all, in terms of product. You know, they usually exist to solve a customer's problem. And entrepreneurs are usually the people that figure it out first, get to market first, and although it may be a rocky road, they're the ones that see the way to turning the problem into a business, into a lifestyle, into a real company. So I want to start first by just thinking a little bit about the business, about the product, and about how we get started. Because it seems to me that in the process of getting started lies one of the key reasons that so many entrepreneurs don't get started, which is that we can't wait until our product is perfect. We can't wait until the service is complete. We can't wait until we have the perfect and complete answer to the known problem in the market. Because, folks, you've got to get the runs on the board, you've got to get the revenue, you run out of mum and dad's money, and at the end of the day, you have to be in the market. And so plan your business with iterative products. Plan your business so that you know that there's going to be another product. Tell your customers there is another iteration coming. There's version 2 that's going to get better. But get into the market. Also be very, very careful. You know, you've all learned about the Hawthorne effect, the fact that when you do market research, you can actually change a behavior by studying the behavior. And in fact, that happens when you're innovating in a marketplace. If you've got a marketplace in which there's no solution and you come in with the first solution, you need to be very, very careful that your presence in the marketplace doesn't actually change the expectation of the customer group that you set out to serve in the first place. So getting to the market quickly is really important. You've got to be just good enough for the customer to buy it. Not perfect, but good enough. And then teach them and treat them to the concept of iterative growth.